See if we get any new members once the live stream starts. All right, we have somebody else here. There is an attendee. There's Pat, so we're going to promote her to a panelist.
Okay.
So we have three now.
Yay.
Getting there.
Yeah. Come on over, Pat. Where are you? Promote to panelist. Let's go. There she is. Pat, are you there?
She looks muted here.
Yep. And then we have a
Yeah.
telephone.
You're right.
Pat, is that your telephone number?
I tried it on that.
I see Pat's name on the Zoom.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
might
I also
see
have an
Pat.
attendee.
No.
I'm going to allow this person to talk for a minute to just see who it is.
Okay.
It could be me because I tried it on both when, I tried four times on my PC and then I tried my
Brian?
phone.
Yes, who is this?
Pat
Okay,
Tony.
I'm sorry. It's Lori. I'm
Lori,
so
how are
sorry
you?
that I,
Okay, good. We have four.
There we go.
Yay.
We got
Okay.
it.
yes, but we may not have a quorum because Irene didn't swear me in. I went down to see her. She was off, and then I forgot all about it. So I don't know if
Oh.
I can count or not.
Yeah, we don't have a quorum right now.
Okay.
Oh, so sorry.
That's okay.
Well, nice to meet you anyway.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Yes, you as well. So sorry I can't see you.
We are still waiting for one more. I did send out an email to the group again with a copy of the link.
Brian,
did,
do you
and I
have,
got it.
can you see me? Pat Tony here?
Can't see you.
We
Your
cannot, Pat.
video's off. On my screen, your video's off.
Yeah, maybe do you have something on your computer screen that blocks the video unless you manually move it over?
I don't know.
Usually it'd be at the top of your computer screen.
I don't know. This has never happened before.
That's okay. Well, we can hear you.
Uh-huh.
I can tell you that on mine, when you look at the video feed at the top, there's usually a light that's right next to it. Do you see a white light or a red light or something at the top of your computer screen that's almost looking at you at your forehead?
Mhm.
No?
No? Okay. All right. Well, we'll give it a little while longer. We're still waiting for one more.
Well, we're waiting for somebody else to come on. Just want to mention that I keep like the email thread that we have. It's kind of strange, but it keeps showing up with emails from like April and previous months and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
don't know.
Maybe
Maybe start a new thread.
Yeah. I'll
Did
start a new
anybody
thread.
else have that happen?
I did see one just a couple weeks back. One of the reminders. It seemed to have a long history of thread to it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just start a
with
new
nothing-
one. Or I'll
Yeah, thanks, Brian. 'Cause it's
yeah.
got nothing current on it.
Yeah, I'll make sure I have all your email addresses and I'll just start a new one, or I'll
And
just
that'll
every
make
time
it
we send out an
easier
email.
for all of us as we're
Yeah.
trying to communicate.
What I'm going to do is if we don't have a quorum, like I said, we're not going to have a meeting in June unless somebody else wants to staff it for me. I'll let you know in advance.
I cannot attend in June.
Okay, well, it sounds
Pat Tony here.
if that's the case, then we're going to have difficulty reaching a quorum anyway. If we can't have a meeting tonight, everyone has a copy of, I emailed out everyone a copy with the Excel spreadsheet, Excel PowerPoint slides, not Excel, PowerPoint slides
Right.
of the 1 through 17. Again, some of you have only looked at some of them. Others of you have looked at all of them. If you want, you'll have about 2 months to look at them and make sure that they're okay. And then what we can do is, and I'll put this all in the email, everyone can make sure if there's any changes, we can make those quickly at the hopefully July meeting. And maybe at that point, everyone can figure out amongst yourselves, are there particular slides that one wants to do, and then we can figure out at that meeting who's going to do what, so that we
Okay.
kind of
Okay.
catch up a little bit.
Brian, when
Um,
are we looking at implementing training? Do we have any kind of a timeline for that?
So once we get these PowerPoint slides approved, then we're gonna have you guys do the YouTube videos. They're gonna be, 1, 2 minute clips that we're gonna hopefully have IT help us link onto the city website, on the Board of Ethics website, on the city page.
Okay.
And once we start that process, I'm gonna reach out to HR about asking whether we can have an educational symposium. Maybe what we can do is we can have it hybrid where the council chambers could be used and
Hmm.
people can either come in person or they can come on a video, like we are right now,
Mhm.
to see that, and it could be open to public officials, elected or appointed officials such as yourselves, or employees and see what kind of response we get. But once we get those YouTube videos up, I'd like to, or once we start that process, I want to reach out to HR because I'm sure it's going to be a process and say,
Sure.
listen, we have these YouTube videos that are coming up. We're going to be putting them up on the city website for people to view. We'd like some help publicizing it. And then we'd like to try and figure out when we can do an educational symposium, whether it's one session or multiple sessions. But at that point, we're going to have to work on perhaps hypotheticals to use because obviously I think it's easier for people to figure out
Sure.
hypotheticals than just reading off of a slide.
Mhm.
This is a conflict of
Right.
interest and then give them a hypothetical for them to think about.
Right.
Absolutely. That sounds great. I like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So,
Sounds good. And do you know if HR is going to require that they attend some version of this? So there's some certification that they were trained and informed on the code?
well, every employee is given a copy of the code, is my understanding. I received one when I started. I would
Right.
ask that perhaps there's some kind of, if you're watching the YouTube videos, that there's some kind of indication so we know how many people are watching them,
Mhm.
specifically who's watching them. And then if we go to a symposium, we keep a list of people that show up. I know when IT does them, I believe I think they were either strongly recommended or required. And they had a pretty good showing. When I went there, there was a group of people, and this is before COVID. There was a bunch of people in council chambers, and they usually had 2 or 3 of them. We could do, I mean, this is all for discussion, but we could do a 1 or 2 during the day for the employees and maybe have one session at night for employees and our officials, because obviously
Mhm.
officials are volunteers and they have jobs that they
Yeah.
can't always get there in the middle of the day. So, that would be the next step after I send you guys. Once we start the process of, it seems like we're going to have to review them over the next 2 months, review that, and then copy you guys on an email, hopefully to HR and the IT director to say, this is what we want to do. Please help us implement this. And then we just
Right.
have to start working on it.
I remember
Okay.
at least a year ago that wasn't an absolute requirement as it might be, say, in my corporate life, the Code of Business Conduct and Ethics. Everyone was required to attend training and sign off that they received the policy. And, we had these little legal presentations that counted how long you were on the computer for, so
Yeah.
that you did your 2 hours of the training. But I didn't get the
Yeah.
sense that the city had gone that far.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
along those lines, Brian, do other municipalities require some certification that you have been trained and informed along those? Because in the private sector, we have to go through that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could tell you that, I mean, as a lawyer, I have to provide that I do at least two hours of CLE courses on ethics every year on top of all the
Yeah.
other credits that we have to
Yeah.
do. So, I mean, simply put,
Same
for
in
anyone who has a
social
law
work, yeah.
degree, it makes sense for them to come here because they could use it as claims for ethics training under their CLE requirements. But,
Good point.
one of the concerns is that either people aren't aware of it at all, or they're not aware to the extent that there is one, all the
Mhm.
information that they should know. And
Right.
it doesn't have, it does have an impact, because one of the things that we talk about in some of these sections is that if there's an ethical violation, it could affect a contract that was given to somebody.
Sure.
And that could set back the
Yeah.
city in terms of, in that regard. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I'll yield to you guys how much longer you want to wait to see if we get a fourth person on here, but
Yeah, it's
because we're
almost
already at
20 after.
7:20.
Aren't
Yeah,
we,
it's almost
it's a 15-minute wait or whatever? What?
Uh,
Have you done that? I don't know. Maybe you were just making it up the last time you did that 15 minutes or whatever.
You know,
I thought it
we-
was in our charter or something.
we've had, there's nothing in the charter that says anything like that. Usually,
Okay,
if somebody's not going to show up in the first 20 minutes, usually they're not going to show
yeah,
up.
yeah, that's what
Um,
we give our college professors, right? 20
Yeah, and I
minutes.
don't want
Uh-huh.
to waste anyone's time. Again, this was more to review these things tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to do is I'm going to send out a new email with, again, all the attachments. I'll ask everyone to review them so that the next meeting we have, that review and revisions, if any, will go quickly.
Okay,
And then ask people to submit to me what sections they'd like to do and see if we have a breakdown that everyone can do. And obviously, if you do 3212, you might not have to do another one because it's so big.
that's a big one.
So we'll do that. And then I'll also start the ball rolling with IT and personnel and send Tina and Joyce an email, and I'll copy you all on it saying, hey, listen, we're putting together these YouTube clips to give people a Cliff Note versions of the sections. We want to upload it onto the city website, to the board website. And we also need to start setting up a symposium for people on ethics. How do we go about doing that? And can you help us out?
Great.
Great.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
All right. So I'll probably
Sounds
get that
good,
out to you
Brian.
guys. I'll start that out next week.
Okay.
Great,
Great.
Brian. Thank you.
I don't want
Thank
to waste
you.
And I'll
anyone's
get
time.
sworn in. I'll contact Irene and get sworn in so I don't have this problem again. I'm sorry about that.
That's fine. I don't think
Oh,
we're gonna
that's
have a
okay.
meeting in June unless somebody steps up to take over for me for staff. So we're gonna have, what? We got Michelle. We have a group.
Okay.
Right under
well, I'll
the-
drop
One,
off
two,
then.
three. There's Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. All right, we now have a quorum.
Yay.
Excellent.
I'm so
Wow.
sorry, guys. I got stuck in an emergency at work. I literally just ran in the door.
That's okay.
Wow.
We just
so-
made it.
Let me just,
We were just gonna shut you off.
we were
I'm
just
sorry.
gonna
I'm
stop.
sorry.
No, that's
That's
okay. We were
okay.
just gonna stop and now we're not.
Mhm.
Let me
Brian,
just
was
pull
this
up the
the only
agenda.
thing? I'm
Yep,
sorry,
yep.
was this really the main thing on the agenda?
The main thing on the agenda was just going through the PowerPoint section. So yeah.
Okay, then I'll review, I'll review them. And what's the one that we were really concentrating on tonight?
None.
I got the attachment.
We're through all of them. We just wanted to look at
We're
them
just
one
gonna
last
review.
time.
Everything one more time. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll,
All right.
I'll forward everyone again for the people who aren't here. After we're done, you guys are going to vote on it because you're here. But I'm still going to send it out to everyone because if somebody has a real strong concern about something, we can always bring it back up.
Yeah.
But I'll send it
Nice,
again.
okay.
What we talked about, I will send out to everyone next week about selecting the things you want to select, and then also starting the process with HR and IT.
Great.
Okay.
great.
Thank you,
Okay,
Lori.
thank you, and I'll see you guys in July.
All righty. Have a
Okay,
good one.
great.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So does anyone have any changes to the minutes? Has everyone had a chance to see the minutes?
I did not have any changes.
I didn't, I didn't have changes.
Okay, if there's no changes to the minutes, again, it was only 2 pages long. If there's no changes to the minutes, then can somebody move to approve the minutes as they currently stand?
I moved to, whoop.
Okay, somebody second. Whoever didn't move, second.
I
I'll
second.
Okay.
We
and,
got it both ways covered.
Split the
We're on
difference.
we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
then.
we're on the same,
Yeah.
we've been
Okay,
We've been
and
warming, we've been warming up.
Or do you need us to do that again?
no. One person just moved. One
Okay.
person moved. Second one, someone second, and then we'll vote. So just do it one more time.
Okay, I move to approve the
Thank you, Ann.
minutes.
And I second that approval of the minute.
Okay. Now, obviously, you both have voted yes on that. Michelle, do you approve the minutes?
I do.
Okay, Pat.
Yes, I do.
Great. Okay. So now we're going to go through each of these sections quickly because some of them are pretty straightforward, but I'll put them all up on the screen. Pat, can you see them when they come up on the screen, even though we can't see you?
No, but I have them printed out in front of me, so.
Okay, great. All right. So we're looking at 32-1, which is just the introduction. Again, this is one that probably most of you have not seen before, but It's just basically kind of advises. So just take a look at it and let me know if anyone has any changes, and we'll go on to the next one.
All good.
Okay.
Good.
And
good.
if anyone has any changes, we'll deal with that at that point. But otherwise, if there's no changes, we'll vote at the end. All right, I gotta find 32 too. Hold on one second. There it is. And again, some of these are easier than others. And again, some of you guys have already looked at like 32.4, for example, so that should go quickly. So 32.2 is just declaration of policy. Again, kind of an introduction to everyone who's trying to figure out what Board of Ethics and the Code of Ethics is.
Hmm. Looks good.
Okay.
Good.
Yep.
All right, now we'll go 32.3 is pretty simple as well. That's just gonna basically tell you to here are the definitions, but I'll put it up there. Let everyone have a chance to see it. Is it? Okay, again, pretty simple.
Yep.
Okay.
Looks good.
Right. 32.4, you guys just looked at, I believe, at the last meeting, so that should be fairly quick. Let me find it. And again, just at the end, when we're done, I'll just go over what I'm going to do and I'll copy everyone on it afterwards. Let me know and I'll move to the second page and third page when you guys are ready.
Okay.
Good.
Second page.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so that was 32.4 conflicts of interest. Again, this group, basically everyone who's here, looked at that one last week,
Mhm.
last meeting. So I wasn't too shocked, even though it's a rather large one, that you guys got through that pretty quick. I believe this is one you guys have not seen before, or at least most of you have not seen before. This is 32.5, which is prohibited representation. Pretty straightforward though.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to 32.6 then. (32.6) is prohibited use of city property and facilities. Again, pretty straightforward.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, this is taking a little while. I can only put up one of them at a time because otherwise they're tough to find when I share the
Okay.
screen.
That's all right.
Okay, 32.7. Again, this might be one you have not seen before, at least some of you. Prohibited use of influence and information. This one's not as clear cut as the other ones. It's more like in the 32.4 complexity.
I remember this.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Oh, there's a second page. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you just look back to that? I just want to see
Sure.
the last paragraph about
Sure.
the election stuff,
Yeah,
please.
Yep.
Okay.
you shall not be
To be
required.
required to participate. Okay.
Right.
Nothing in the code.
Nothing in
Okay.
this should preclude you.
But
from
it says
seeking.
it won't preclude you from seeking office if you
Right.
want, essentially,
Right.
yeah,
Okay,
Yep.
or voluntarily participating. Okay.
right.
Okay. 32.8. All right. 32.8 is prohibited gifts. It's,
I remember this.
yeah, some of you might have looked at this one. Let me know. There's 3 pages. I'll move on when you guys are ready after the first page.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One more page when you guys are ready.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. On to 32.9.
A lot faster like this now.
Yeah.
You guys are
If you've been through them all, it is much faster.
You guys are experts now, so. This is 2 pages again. Just let me know. Some of you might have not, some I might not seen this, but
Oh.
Okay.
the last one's really important.
Yes.
It's not,
Yes.
it's not an exclusive list, so
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
it's a guide. Like, you know, it's
Right.
Could never
it's a
be.
guide for everyone. All right, so
Right.
32.10. All right. Nice and short right here.
We like those.
Yep.
Mhm.
This is negotiation of future employment. 32.10.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Mhm.
Yep.
This is 1 page as well, subsequent employment, so a little bit similar, so somewhat related.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
Yeah.
and you guys saw this one last time, 32.12, the big one.
The
So
book.
it's a bunch of pages. Just let me know when you guys want me to move to the next slide.
Okay.
Okay.
A bunch of pages here. All right, so it's 32.12. Again, it kind of gives the overview of the board and its procedures.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Just as it occurred to me, does that first page include the chief of staff? Should it include, it says notify the mayor, common council, city clerk, blah, blah, blah. Others as appropriate, we could leave it at that. I don't want to make complication. I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, the
Have
chief
a person, so I didn't know if.
others as appropriate. Chief
Would
of
cover-
staff is, you know, kind of is the, you know, it doesn't necessarily
catch-all.
have to be a lawyer.
Right.
you know, I think we can leave it, we can leave it as is. These are the people that the mayor, common council, city clerk, and corp counsel's office were the ones that were specifically identified in the older version. And
Okay.
officers as appropriate. I mean, a chief of
No, it
staff.
covers it.
Yeah.
That does cover it. I just didn't know if anybody had ever mentioned to you. But
No, no one did. So
Okay.
good pickup.
Okay,
Mhm.
Got it.
yep,
This is one of the things, advisory opinions are one of the things that I don't know that public officials, elected or appointed, and employees are fully aware that this exists.
Okay. Important one to know.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're into the complaint procedure.
Yep,
Vexatious. I love that word.
I know.
Good.
It's a good one.
And the next two are kind of like diagrams.
Ooh.
And a reading test.
That's right.
Right.
Get your magnifiers on.
Yes.
I'm looking through the bottom part of my glasses. Carmen.
Me too, as I am too.
I just made the screen bigger. It's fine.
Ah,
That's what I
Sadly enough, I'm not sure I could do that. So
like.
That's right. Oh, this is one where you split part of the panel investigates the evidence and the
Yeah.
other people hear the
Right.
hearing.
Hear the thing, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
And then we kind of breaks it down. Again, these two slides are also in the citizens guide and that's available on the board website. So anybody who is having difficulty seeing this because it's a little bit compressed could go there and clearly see it on that other version.
Okay. Yeah, I can't really see that.
it looks clear. So I just pinched
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And this is kind of the process by which these complaints get reviewed.
Okay.
okay,
Yep. So that second bullet point, the
It
sentence
looks,
doesn't
the
make
sentence
sense.
looks a little, yeah.
Which one is that?
The second
The
bullet
second
point,
bullet
the
point.
discussion, the complaint, and whether, I think we meant to discuss the complaint.
Yeah. Is everyone okay with that change to discuss the complaint?
And there.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes
To
perfect
discuss.
sense. Yeah.
There you
All right,
go.
I can make
Yeah.
that change. What we'll do is when we're
The
done
next
with
one
this,
is the
we'll-
same though.
Yeah.
Also,
What's that? To discuss.
the next one, the
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
one, yeah,
To discuss.
yeah. There you
Everyone
go.
okay with the rest of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
okay.
Or on the next page, investigating panel process.
Mhm.
Okay,
Looks good.
Okay.
looks good. Yeah,
Decision by investigating panel.
Where there is, right.
Okay.
Yep.
Now we're on third step, which is the hearing board.
Okay.
Okay.
That looks good.
Mhm.
yep.
Okay.
All
Yep.
right.
Just a
Mhm.
second. Can you
Yep,
just
oh,
go
sorry,
back
yep.
again? I haven't seen this in a while. I just
Yeah,
want to
go
be
ahead.
sure I get it all here. I remember when we were writing it the first time around. Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay, so we went through 32-1 all the way through 32-11 without any changes made. Can I have a motion to approve 32-1 through 32-11 by this group?
I motion to approve 32-1 through 32-11.
I second
And
that.
second?
I second that.
Okay, and can we have a vote just to make sure we have unanimous?
Yes.
Looks like
Aye.
everyone did. Okay.
Yep.
So now we made some extremely minor changes in 32-12. Can I have a motion to approve 32-12 with the revisions and changes that we just made this evening?
Motion to approve 3212 changes made this evening.
Okay, so on second.
I second that.
Second,
Okay, just give me a moment to save this. That was 32-12. Okay, those changes are made. So now we're going to go on to the next one, which is 32-13. A lot of the ones after this are not that complicated and they're usually not that long, so
Okay.
shouldn't take that long. Even though probably some of you have not seen some of these. These were kind of the ones we tackled first. This is what happens when you're found to have violated the code. It's effective violation.
Mhm. Okay.
okay,
Okay.
yep,
I forgot how little that is for a
I'll go to-
violation.
32-14. Where is that? All right. All right. Time limits on filing an ethics complaint. 32-14.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Seriously, I just have to.
32:15. We'll wait for Pat to get back. She just stepped away for a moment. Everyone else can take a look in the interim. All right, Pat's back.
Sorry,
That's okay.
just needed to get my hair up. I'm having a hot flash.
Yeah. Proposed revisions, 32:15.
Okay.
All right. Like I said, these last couple are not that complicated. They're usually pretty short. And then we'll vote on 13 through, well, if we get through the last two with no changes, it'll be 32:13 through 32:17. 32:16 is incurring of cost by Board of Ethics staff.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
This is the last one. Because 32:18 just talks about when it becomes effective and starts.
Okay.
All right. 32:17 is representation of responded by the city.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so after voting on 32:1 through 11 and approving it, and then voting on the proposed changes in 32:12, 32:13 through 32:17, no changes were made. Can I have a motion to approve, to make final approval of those sections by somebody, and then a second? I need somebody to.
I want a motion
I
to
can-
approve. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right, so Anne makes a motion to approve. Does somebody second?
A second.
Okay, and everyone vote on those, everyone in agreement on that?
Aye.
Great.
Hi.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm still gonna send out another copy to everybody of the sections, including the revision to 32:12 that we made tonight. And I'll send it out to the board and let everyone know that the next meeting will probably be in July. And for everyone to think about what sections, choose a list of a grouping of which ones you want to do, and we'll try to give everyone what they want. For the YouTube clips, again, they don't have to be that long. One, and then the second email, I'll reach out to IT and personnel, and I'll copy you all on it to ask them, how do we get these YouTube clips up on the board website, on the city website, and how do we go about setting up some kind of symposium or educational program? Those are the two emails that will go out at some point next week, and you'll be copied on all of them. So you'll hopefully we'll get responses quickly, and you'll know the progress that we're making in getting this going forward. And perhaps IT can help us by giving us tips how to do these YouTube videos, because I've never made a YouTube video. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
does anyone have, and I also mentioned before to a couple of people, I know some people have mentioned that they might want to have an in-person meeting. It would be hybrid because we do have to record these meetings. I would need to know, obviously, that we're going to get a quorum, one, which we've had better luck with since we've had new members come on. And number two, we would also have to ask permission because IT would have to set up the room. I think it's the council chamber. We have to make sure that we have access to it that night. But we can do that because I know some of you had said you want to meet face to face and see everyone.
Mm.
Isn't
But
the
we can do
council
that as
meeting on
well.
this meeting?
What's that?
Isn't the council meeting like right now? At the same.
The council usually meets on Tuesday nights.
Tuesdays, usually.
But there
Tuesday
are,
night
I mean,
would be
there's committee
simple.
meetings, there's subcommittee meetings of the council. You have
Mhm.
Board of Education meetings, there's other commissions and boards, and so it's kind of, I don't know who has preference. But typically over the summer, it gets a little bit quiet, so if somebody wanted to do it over the summer, again, I have to run these things remotely because I have to run the meetings, but if everyone wanted to see, meet, and again, some members could be in person and others could be virtual if that's what
Right.
they,
Mhm,
Yep.
but some people said they want to see people face to face.
mhm.
And I can leave physical copies of the agenda as well, for people in a specific location if that's what they need. So just let me know. Again, we do need advance notice because I have to ask the mayor's office if there's room.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
Right.
good.
Does anyone have anything else?
No, sorry again that I was late, guys.
Don't worry about it.
It's
It's still a
okay.
pretty quick meeting.
I'm glad that you made it, Michelle.
Yeah, we were short one because Lori hasn't been sworn in yet, so that was
Oh,
good.
no.
She'll be sworn in shortly though, so
Next time.
excuse me. Does somebody want to make a motion to end the meeting?
I motion to adjourn.
Second,
I second that.
and everyone else?
I.
I.
Thank you everyone for coming, and
Thank
you'll get
you.
those emails next week, and have a happy Memorial Day weekend. Be safe.
Thank you. You too.
Everyone
You
too.
all.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Thank you,
Nice
Cheryl.